Hey, what's up everybody? Karius TCG here, and today I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Have you ever thought about having your own card collection, but you're not sure of what you need? Well, luckily for you, I have a beginner's guide on what you might need to have in order to make your collection be awesome. Now, the first thing you're going to need, and this is fairly obvious, you're going to need cards. So, most of the time I collect Pokemon cards, so you're going to need cards not like this, but this will give you an example. Like, you're going to need cards like this in order to start your collection. If you're starting with Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Vanguard, or any card series that you're into, you're going to need cards like that. Because without the cards, your collection cannot start. Now, if you're gonna have cards, now, if I have cards like this, and I don't want it to smidge or to get bent on the corners, there has to be a way for me to keep them safe. So you might not see it. This is a penny sleeve. It's only that much because they're like, for a whole pack, it's like $1. You can't really tell because I'm going to try to put you can't really tell that I'm holding it because well, I guess up close you can tell because the light is shining off of it. These particular penny sleeves, these are good for that, and or you can get sleeves like these. These are standard size sleeves. I do recommend that you get the dragon sleeves because they're really good. I just use these for collection and to put certain cards in the set. So that's the second one. So we're gonna put my Arrokuda, my shiny Arrokuda from Shining Fates, back in its sleeve, and we're gonna put him on the side. So the other way you can go about this, 1, 2. Now there are two sizes, and there are two sizes. There are books of different sizes. So first up, we're gonna have the smaller book. You know that this is my Japanese book, so I'm gonna show you. You will notice that in the small book there are two sets per row. So there are 4 slots per page, and then same for the next page, and so on and so forth. This kind of book, also these are Ultra Pro, these are really good. These small booklets are good for if you're not that big of a collector, or if you just want to have like a small collection for yourself. This is good. Now, the other one, oh boy, there's gonna be a big one. The bigger ones, they have 3 slots per. So you're gonna notice that there's a blank right there. I'm gonna have to change that eventually. But there are 3 slots. There are 3 slots per page. There are 9 slots per page, but there are 3 slots. There are 3 sleeves in each row. So it's always good to start. You can see that I started collecting a bunch of stuff, but it's 3 per each one. To get these kind of books, you can always go to Amazon or eBay, or you can go to your local. You can go to your local card store. Hashtag support your locals. Now, let's say you got a card that is really nice, but you want to keep it in good condition. Now we have the top loaders. Now the top loaders, and actually so I'm just gonna put them in a row of, these are not expensive cards. I just put them there because they're really nice looking cards. Some of these are Weiss Schwarz promo cards. The ones on the top have like a little bit of a graded feel, The Hestia promo does not. So let me just put these aside. I tend to do sleeve these for the hollow Vaporeon from Jungle, the Venusaur from Celebrations, and the Blastoise from Celebrations. These 3 cards you can put these cards in there if they're very good cards, or if they're your favorites and you want them to be in very good condition, if you want to sell them to other people, or if you want to have them in a display. So this is let me get a blank one. So we're good. So this is the blank box topper. You have to put the card that you want in a decent sleeve or a penny sleeve, like I showed the Arrokuda. You can put this in the sleeve there. Now, when you're trying to get the card out of these box toppers, you might want to be careful because that might cause the card to be bent, and you don't want that to happen. Now, if you're the type of person who likes to collect cards, and if you're the type of person who likes to collect cards and wants to know the price of those said cards, I will suggest tcgplayer.com. They will have a good idea of what your card might be worth, and if the card comes in multiple forms or multiple alliterations, you can always write the name of the set and check how much the card is. They do have a card price list for the cards that you collect. Now, if you're going into pre-releases, they will not have a definite price on the card. Also, bear in mind, some cards will be more expensive, some cards will be cheaper, so you're probably gonna keep in mind on that. There is also the app if you have an Android phone, though it's alright, but I wouldn't recommend using it other than just using the prices, like just going on the app checking for prices. You can usually just use the PC, if you have a laptop in your house, you can always use that, or if you have a local library, you can go there and you can check out how much your card is worth. Also, for the booklets, the binders, you can always look online. Different binders from different companies. Some of the binders are bigger and have more slots to put your cards in, but it might be less. So there's going to be a few more things that I want to point out. Also, there is a few more things I want to point out. Always have a budget. It is always good to have a budget. Like, for instance, if I'm going to show it again, like the Hollow Vaporeon, I asked my friends how much this card was, and they're saying it's like around $30 to $40. And also PSA grading cards. If you feel like that's the type of thing that you want to do, grade cards. If you want your collection to be very expensive, so you want your cards not only to be in good condition, but you also want your cards to look presentable, because nobody wants to take a card that has a dent or creases or anything like that. Especially in this day and age, a lot of collectors are very observant at those type of things. Someone like me, I don't really care too much, because if it's a card, I just put in my booklet and just keep it there. And since I collect both English and Japanese Pokemon cards, it's just as good. Also, keep a budget. That was the other thing. If you're working and you're trying to half your budget between your food and stuff, choose what's important to you first. And if you're going to open packs, you might need gloves, which I do not have as of yet, but it's something to keep in mind. Also, if you have a notebook or something, if you have a notebook, like a spare notebook, if you're trying to do like a master set, there are websites that you can use. You can write the name of the set that you're going for. Like, for instance, you can write on Google, you could say Brilliant Stars card list or Astral Radiance card list. Any set that you're trying to get yourself into, you can look it up, and basically you'll see the entire list from the first card to the last. That way, or if you do that, you can go online, and if you have a notebook and a pen and a pencil, you can write down every single card. You can write down from the commons to the rares to the super rares, ultras, so on and so forth. And the secret rares, that is also something you want to keep in mind. A few more things before I end this video is do it, well, that's something I already said before, but I'll say it again. Do it at your own pace. You don't want to rush into it because you're going to burn yourself out. That is something that any collector will tell you, and it's very important. The next thing you want to do is, if you're trading with other people, you want to be smart. Be wary of if someone is trying to scam you out of a card. If you're at your local, hashtag support your locals. Some of the local, the head people are going to be like, you're going to have to be smart. Be safe with your cards. Be wise when you make your trades, because if you make a wrong trade, that's on you. And considering most of the people that go to your local are adults, they will try to find ways to scam you, and you must be vigilant in that regard. That is a main thing. And also, if you are doing one of those things where you put price marks on your cards, you can get a penny sleeve and get a sticker. You can write the prices of what the card is worth. You can have a separate booklet for that if you want to. So that way, if people look through that book and it's like, okay, I see this card that I like. Okay, it's worth this amount of money. And there's like, okay, do you have Cash App? Do you have PayPal? Do you have Venmo? Then you strike a deal. That's why I said before, using TCG Player gives you an idea of how much a card is worth. So when when someone is giving you an offer, you could see if that offer is good or bad. And really, it is really good. There are also other websites that you can use for card prices. People just use TCG Player because that's like the big thing right now. Also, another thing you want to get is, if you're competing, you might want to get like deck boxes. So I have like a Magic the Gathering box, but inside the box it's not Magic cards, it's my Vanguard box. It's my Vanguard deck for Bruce. So also Ultra Pro. So you can, if you are the type of person who wants to categorize your decks, these are good to have. Especially what I would say is, if you have decks of different card games, keep them in different boxes. Different colors will give you will set them apart as well. You don't want to get the same box and have different cards in it. That will throw you off. And the last thing is, have fun. And I'm saying that specifically for the younger kids, like the younger generation. And I will say that for the older generation too, is to have fun. It's okay to have that mentality of like, okay, I'm just going to open packs and just go for the rarest card. But even if it's a card that's not expensive, you can just have it in your book because you like the artwork. There are different reasons that people do collecting. Whatever your reason is, that's up to you. Whew. And these are my little tips and tricks. This is my personal guide on what you may need for getting your collection started. I will say that some of these things may be expensive. Well, the sleeves and the box toppers may not be all that expensive, but the books and the binders, like for instance, the local I go to, Next Level, will have these small ones for about $10. These small ones are $10. So I would say, like, if you are in New York City and you want a booklet that's small, they have them for $10 for this size. And for the big ones like this would be like about $25 to $30. I think $25, depending on where you're local, wherever you go to. Sometimes one local that you might be near to might be more expensive and another one might be cheaper. So it's always good to compare the prices of not only packs but also the accessories that you'll need, like the box toppers, the penny sleeves, the dragon shield sleeves, whether it's for standard or, Pokemon size sleeves, magic size sleeves, and so on and so forth. So that is going to be the end of this video. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe. And also, good news, we are a few subs away from hitting 50. I will try my best to get a booster box for Pokemon that we will open and I will do a video on, and it will be awesome. If not, I will try to do it at a later date. I want to make this special for everyone who watches my stuff on my channel. I really want this to be special. So anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you feel that what I have said can be helpful to anyone who wants to start a collection, please share this video with them, because it's more fun when more people are starting to collect cards, because it's more fun to start trading with other people. It is fun. It's fun, but also, I would say this again, please be smart. Be smart about who you trade with, because there are, just as much as there are people who will try to trade with you the right way, there are people out there who will try to scam you, and I would not wish people being scammed by anybody. No one. I would not want that. So, like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, be safe out there, be healthy, and God bless. Bye.